Good morning, friends. What's up? Today is Thursday. I don't know the date. Maybe like July 3rd, 14th? 14th. I think today's the 14th. And today's going to be a new vlog. And I thought that I would just take you a day in my life. But this week I did start the elimination diet. So I'm going to kind of take you through what I am eating on the elimination diet and that sort of thing. So I wanted to put that out there at the beginning of the video in case this type of content won't be for you, since it's going to be around food, what I'm cutting out, what I'm adding in, and that sort of thing. So that's what today's video is going to be, and then also just a day in my life in Las Vegas. Today should be a fun day. I know I have some filming that I need to do, but also tonight I'm going to be doing an event with some other Vegas bloggers. So I thought it'd be fun to show you that and take you there. So I'm going to be going down to Resorts World, and I am a little bit nervous since I am doing the elimination diet. I know there's like dinner involved and that might be a little bit tricky to navigate, but we're going to try. I'm going to take you through my day. Before we get started, I do want to say there's a sponsor on today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Elemis. So I am on my hot girl walk right now. So I get up and I just put sunscreen on and I walk first thing in the morning because it gets so hot here. It's not quite 7 a.m. yet and it is 93 degrees. I'm walking by myself. It is too warm to take my dog with me right now, which makes me sad, but I'm going on a little bit of a longer walk since I am alone. And then once I get home, I do my skincare routine. So I'm going to share my skincare routine with Elemis. So thank you so much to them for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. But I'm usually up around 6:30ish, and then I try to walk. As long as it's under 90 degrees, I will take my dog with me. I put her balm on her paws to protect her from the sidewalks, but if it's over 90, which it pretty much has been this whole week, I won't take her. I'll wait until like 9 o'clock to walk her until the sun is down and it's a little bit cooler, because it's just too warm for her. I stop and get a tea at our office for the complex because I've been trying to do some tea in the morning, like an herbal caffeine-free tea. Made avocado ice cream last night, so we're going to try that together. A little bit nervous about that. Talk a little bit about how the elimination diet has been going for me, how I'm feeling. If you haven't seen, I have a playlist on my health videos. I've been struggling with some things like bloating, nausea while eating, even getting sick after eating. So I've been working with a doctor and we found out a few things, but I did take a food sensitivity test, so I'm cutting out things that I'm sensitive to. And then I also decided to cut out things like sugar, caffeine, and alcohol just for 2 weeks to see how I feel and see if it helps my body at all. And see if it cuts my inflammation down, because she said from my lab results it looks like my insides are very inflamed. That's my goal with the elimination diet. A little bit tricky right now, but we are making it through, and I hope you enjoy this vlog. Welcome to a day in my life. Okay, well, this morning is not quite going as planned. I'm actually going to start to make my what's called a golden latte. So I thought I would walk you through it because I've been drinking these a lot in the morning since I'm not doing caffeine. But I took my walk and I came back and I walked to my apartment. I thought, it smells like gas in here. I was a little bit concerned and wasn't sure. I opened the door, I checked the stove, you know, everything was fine. I opened the door, I did yoga, and then I walked outside because then I couldn't really smell it, but I walked outside for a little bit And I came back in and I was like, no, I can still smell it. So I called our emergency line here for the apartment complex and had maintenance come in to look at it. And maintenance came in and they immediately were like, yeah, we can smell gas. So they were looking at the stove and they couldn't find anything that jumped out at them. So they had me call our like gas provider. So called them, they came over to check it out. So it has been, I haven't really been able to do anything besides like let people into my apartment. So I'm a little bit off schedule now, but I at least want to make this drink so I can start to have something in my stomach. And then I'm gonna do some skincare. Everything turned out to be fine. The gas provider said maybe there was a small leak in my oven, but he didn't seem too concerned. He didn't say it needed to be replaced. So everything appears to be okay. So I'm just gonna try to get back on schedule and I'm gonna make this drink. I start with 1.5 cups of any sort of milk. So I am doing unsweetened coconut milk. Sensitivity that I have is to dairy. I also included almonds, so I can't do almond milk. So I've been doing coconut milk, which I actually really like. So I'm doing 1.5 cups of coconut milk. And then a teaspoon of turmeric. I have been adding this ingredient into so many of my smoothies and drinks. And I know that it sounds a little bit strange, but it's supposed to be very good for you and gut health and all of that. So I've been adding like turmeric, ginger to a lot of what it is that I am drinking. And then I'm also gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I think the cinnamon really helps this drink. And I've seen a few accounts that I follow for like gut health. They put cinnamon in so much and I'm like, okay, I can definitely understand that. And then I'm also gonna do a ginger cube. So I've been buying these at Trader Joe's. Sometimes I do buy just the regular ginger also and cut it, but today I'm just feeling a little bit lazy. So I just have these ginger cubes that I'll use for times like that. So I'm just gonna do one of those. Again, ginger really good for gut health. And then I do a 1/4 cup of vanilla extract, or I'm sorry, a 1/4 teaspoon. Drizzle in some honey. Again, I know this sounds really strange, but if you use turmeric, you actually are supposed to add black pepper to activate it. Otherwise, you're not getting all the benefits. So I also add in some black pepper. So this is something I would never think to do on my own, but I really do not mind this drink. I was super skeptical of it, but the first time I tried it, I was like, okay, that's not bad. I just add this all to my blender and then I just blend this until it's smooth. So after I blend it up, looks like this, and then I just put some ice in whatever glass that I'm using, that I'm gonna use today, and then I'll do another one that I will have for tomorrow morning. So I'll just pour a little bit in and then a little bit for tomorrow. And that is it. I saw this recipe on TikTok. I follow a girl named Gracie. I think her last name is Norton. And she's had like a lot of what she's gone through seems to be similar to me. So she posts a lot of really good recipes. So I follow a lot from her, but I've been enjoying these. And one thing, like I mentioned with the elimination diet is, and just in general with this health stuff, is trying to add in ingredients that are good for you. And so that's just something that I am trying to incorporate. Like even before I started the elimination diet, I was adding in either this, something like the tea or a different kind of smoothie to be able to get some of those benefits before I did something like go to Starbucks or something like that. But obviously I am cutting out Starbucks for the next couple of weeks here. So I'm just gonna have my golden latte and then I'm gonna head into the bathroom and finally do my skincare. What a bizarre morning this was. All right, we've made it into the bathroom to do skincare. Man, I'm glad that everything's okay. You know, I panic, not just like for me, but especially for Aries. I'm like, man, like what if something's going on? And then I turned the burner on the stove and it went like whoosh. And then like a huge orange flame came out and I was like, I mean, I'm an undomestic goddess. Is that normal? Is that not normal? I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel like it does this. So I was just super paranoid. So glad that everything's okay, but my schedule is definitely a little bit on the funky side now today. But like I said, normally I wake up, I just put sunscreen on and I try to get out the door as fast as I can to get my walk in. I do have a step goal. I try to do at least 10,000 steps a day. So because I know that I'm going to be out tonight for the event, I wanted to be able to get a decent amount of steps in. So I got over 5,000 this morning, which is good, but I'm gonna go to the gym. I still have my sneakers on because I was going to go to the gym, and then everything started happening and all the people started coming. So I've just been like, I'm gonna go to the gym and just walk on the treadmill, and that helps me get a few more steps in. And then tonight is at Resorts World, which the parking is insane. So I'm probably gonna get a bajillion steps just parking and walking into Resorts World and then around Resorts World. But still, I wanted to have like a decent amount in so I don't come home and I'm like, oh no, and I'm like walking around the complex, because that's where you can find me most nights, is trying to still hit my step goal. So there's that. But I am gonna do my skincare routine, and like I said, this video is in partnership with Elemis. I've been able to work with them a handful of times. They did a sponsorship with me last month, and I mentioned them in an empties video. And actually the first product that I'm gonna use is their Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. And this is one that I had in my empties video from last month, and I've gone through a couple of these now. It's such a nice cleansing balm. I just take a little bit like this. If you need it for removing makeup, it's great for that as well. Removing eye makeup. I like to start with a clean slate in the morning after my walk. So what I'm doing is removing the sunscreen and also anything from overnight. It's kind of a 3-in-1 product. So it starts off as a balm, and then as you apply it, turns more into this cleansing oil. And then once you add water and rinse, it turns more into a milky consistency. I just added some water, and then I work it in a little bit more. You can see it kind of turns more into that milky cleanser here. It's one of my favorites, and it's a #1 bestseller for Elemis, which I get because I've gone through so many of these. So one product that I'm not going to use in my AM routine, I typically like to use these in the PM, but these are the dynamic resurfacing pads from Elemis. So the pads look like so, and I just swipe them all over my face. They have lactic acid. It's going to help with cell turnover, so it's good if you struggle with dark spots like mine are doing pretty good. Picking up with uneven skin tone or texture, it's really gonna help even everything out by gently exfoliating the skin. I do have sensitive skin, but I haven't had an issue using the resurfacing pads. And again, I like to use these more in the PM. My maintenance just came again because I actually have a leak in my ceiling as well. My air conditioning unit is leaking, all kinds of fun stuff, but I'm just gonna keep trying to do my skincare routine. But I think I left off at saying that next up I'm just going to apply my moisturizer. So this is the Pro Collagen Marine Cream, another fantastic product from Elemis. I really like the texture of it because it's more of like a gel cream, and it just feels really lightweight, yet at the same time instantly starts to feel more hydrated. I always make sure to bring down onto my neck as well. Marine cream helps to improve firmness on the skin, plump it up, and then also keep it super hydrated. And if you've never heard me say it, I live in the desert. It is so hot. So hot. So I'm always trying to make sure that I'm staying nice and hydrated. I'm gonna go in with my eye cream. I always love a good eye cream or an eye balm. This one is the Pro Collagen Eye Revive Mask. And this one I really like. It has a really interesting texture to it as well. It's more of almost like this bouncy gel. I don't know, it's just fun. So this has, I wanna look at my notes so I don't get this wrong, the Flash Filler Hyaluronic Acid, also the Watermelon Snow Algae, and that's gonna help to hydrate around the eye area, reduce any strain, tension that is showing around the contours of the eye. And once again, it's one of those that just instantly feels really refreshing and hydrating when you do put it on the under eye. And I'm all about, especially in the morning, anything that's gonna kind of pep me up a little bit, that is what I need. And this just kind of gives you a little instant boost in the morning. So I talked about this in a few videos, but I've come to really enjoy ice rolling. So I just got my ice roller off of Amazon, but obviously it feels super cooling. I like to do this after my moisturizer and before. I'm gonna do my oil and my Gua Sha this morning. So I like to do it before that, or if I'm applying sunscreen, I'll typically do it before my sunscreen as well. And I just make sure to hit everywhere, even on my under eyes, and then definitely will bring it down to my neck. So this can help with depuffing, and it can also help getting the lymphatic system going, because I've also been really struggling with my lymphatic
system not draining as it should. I've been doing pretty regular lymphatic drainage massages, and I'll say I haven't done it in like 5 or 6 weeks now. And I'm wondering if that's also playing a part in me being able to like notice the bloating more and not feeling as well, because when I was doing those regularly, like once a week or every other week, I was feeling really good. I felt like I was looking a lot better, but I was able to eat fine. So that might be something, you know, after I try the elimination diet, that just might have to be something that I start to incorporate regularly into my routine. Is a lymphatic drainage treatment, but it can also help again with discoloration, dark spots on the skin, and then depuffing. So I usually do this for about 15 minutes, especially with it being so hot here. It just kind of feels nice, you know. And then after I have done my ice roller, I'm gonna come in with the oil and then also do my Gua Sha routine. So this is the Superfood facial oil. I did also mention this in last month's empties because I have gone through a whole one of these as well. So I just add a few drops to my hand, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pat this in. It's gonna help with dullness. It will help give a more radiant look to the skin. Also, the Superfood ingredients will help plump and smooth the skin. I like it because it's not greasy, it absorbs really quickly. So I do like to add a little bit of oil before I come in with the Gua Sha, and again, this can help with the lymphatic drainage. I'll just start to go around my face as well. But after I get done with my Gua Sha routine, that is it for my skincare routine. Those are the products I've been using and enjoying from Elemis. I will have all of these linked down below, of course. As always, thank you so much for supporting my sponsored videos. It really does mean a lot. Thank you to Elemis for continuing to work with me. I really enjoy so many of their products that I try. I would love to know if you have a favorite product from Elemis as well. But you know, like I said, all the products that I used and mentioned will be linked down below if there's anything that you're interested in picking up for yourself. And then after I drink my latte, I'm just gonna get to work. I have a newsletter I need to send out, need to catch up on some emails, schedule some meetings. I just approved a new product for BY SAMANTHA MARCH. I got the samples in last night, so I need to email the company to place my full order with them. So I'm really excited. It's gonna be an expensive day, but it's all good. I'm really excited for some new products that we have coming out. So yeah, I'm just gonna work for a while before I eat some lunch. All right, I am going to take a break for lunch. One of the main things I've been eating, some salmon and zucchini. Fun fact, I never really enjoyed zucchini, but I don't know, I feel like with the elimination diet, I feel like I'm definitely a lot more open-minded and I feel really positive. Like instead of going into trying things and being like, I already know I'm not gonna like them, oh, I didn't like them, I'm trying things as like, I genuinely hope that I like these because I want to eat healthier during the elimination diet and beyond. It's been things that are working out, like the golden latte zucchini I just make in the oven. My salmon I make on the air fryer. This is a pretty standard meal for me, and I usually add in some kind of fruit, either like watermelon, grapes, things like that. Me, I am keeping fruit in my diet, and my doctor said that was fine too. Besides the things, I have sensitivities to like blueberries and cranberries, so leaving those out. But other than that, I am keeping fruit in my diet and just mostly trying to stay away from like added sugars and refined sugars, that sort of thing. For my salmon, I just buy mine from Trader Joe's. So I first add to a plate, give it a good tap with a paper towel. And then I use an olive oil. I'm gonna drizzle that on top. And then I'll just use my hands to rub that around and then add in some seasonings. One thing I read about the elimination diet is like how much seasonings can help. You know, even like the cinnamon earlier, that sort of thing. I start with onion powder. And then I also do some garlic powder. Paprika is one of my favorites. I use this on chicken, I use it on salmon, I use it basically anytime I can. I just do some salt and pepper. And then I put this into the air fryer. I do 390 for about 8 to 10 minutes or so. So I get all my seasonings on there and just kind of run it around here. And then I have the oven preheating to 450 for the zucchini. So I'm just gonna set the salmon aside for now and then cut up my zucchini first. So what I did was kind of cut it in half lengthwise. ish. Go ahead and slice here, and then I usually cut them into little smaller slices because I like them to be pretty, like, I don't know, not necessarily crunchy, but pretty like cooked through. So I make them a little bit smaller. And I just put on here, I put them on a baking sheet, and I just do salt, pepper, and then garlic powder. When I first started trying them, I did add like Parmesan cheese, and I liked that, but you know, that is something that I'm giving up. So, and honestly, like, I don't think the cheese made like a huge difference at all. So I don't really miss it on here. I do about this much. And then once again, I'm just gonna do a little bit of oil, just try my best there. And kind of give it a good mix. And then, like I said, I just do the salt, pepper, and the garlic powder is all. And I will bake this in the oven at 450 for just about 5 minutes. So I'll add in my salmon first. I got a little bit distracted, but I'll add in my salmon first because that takes about 8 minutes or so. So I'm just gonna pop this into the air fryer. And I think I said, but 390 for about 8 to 10 minutes. And I'll cut up the rest of the zucchini, and then I just add them. I have these little bags here that I got off of Amazon. So I have about this much left of my zucchini. So I'll just chop the rest of that, add them in here. Link these. I also did a video. I did a little haul, like a self-care haul, and I showed all the products that I bought for like meal prepping, and just like cute products. Like I have my little glasses next to me, just things to try to kind of make it not only easier on me, but just like fun. You know, sometimes to like inspire you to keep working out, you buy like the cute workout set. This is kind of like my inspiration to help keep me motivated with the food changes that we are making here. So I'm gonna pop these into the oven as well and cut up the rest of the zucchini. And then here is my lunch for the day: salmon, zucchini, and then my fruit. I just have a few strawberries and some jackfruit. My friend just got a jackfruit and she sliced a bunch of it up and gave it to some of us in the complex. I just drank water, but that is going to be my lunch for today. Grace is also eating her lunch. We are so in sync today. I love this for us. Hi, baby girl. Hi. All right, I am back from the gym. I showered. I just walked on the treadmill to try to get a few more steps in. It's getting pretty dark. I think it's gonna rain, which is always very strange here. So I'm kind of losing my lighting, but I'm getting a little bit hungry. So I thought maybe I could try out the avocado ice cream. It did get some like a lot of freezer marks here overnight, but we're gonna try it. It said to let it sit out and thaw for a while. Inside was like avocados blended with like coconut milk and coconut cream or something like that, water. I did cacao powder, unsweetened cacao powder, and then sugar-free maple syrup, I think is everything that was in there. It's kind of like a tedious process because like once you put it in, you had to whisk it like every half an hour. Let's try this out. Okay, I'm just gonna put a spoon right in here because, you know, it's just me. So, looks like so. That's not bad. I mean, I feel like there's a few parts that are like really icy, and that's kind of like, it just kind of tastes like ice. I don't feel like it has like a super ton of flavor to it. Like I know the recipe that I saw had like a vegan hot chocolate. Again, I've seen some people use Cocoa Whip. I might maybe add like some fruit to this. I have strawberries. I feel like strawberries will be good. It's not bad though. I think if I did a taste test and you were like, which one is chocolate ice cream and which one is avocado ice cream, I think I would get them correct. But it might be something that'll help like hold me over. I found a lot of options for like dairy-free ice cream, and I do want to try those out. I've tried some in the past and I've never really been a huge fan, but there's just so much more these days. So I'll try more out, but the hard part for me right now is sugar, because it seems like especially when you go like for something that is dairy-free, it seems like it's unloaded with sugar, is kind of what I've been finding. I think I am gonna scoop it into a little bowl and do some strawberries. I think that'll be pretty good. I'm not mad. I would give it like 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. But also maybe this, just because it's so frozen, maybe if I let it thaw a little bit more, it might be even better. So I'm actually just in the middle of filming, and I was like, well, my camera's here. I might as well just give a little update through my day, but my AC finally got fixed. I was just kind of sitting here waiting for our maintenance to come back, but they finally came back. My AC is all fixed and not leaking, so that's good. So I started to film, but like I said, I do have that event tonight, and I'm starting to get a little bit anxious for it because now I feel like I'm gonna be a little bit pressed for time, which is never fun. So it's about 4:30 and the event starts at 7:15, so I'm probably gonna have to leave at like 6:30, and I'm still not sure what I'm wearing either, so that's kind of stressing me out too. There's one dress that I thought about wearing, but the only shoes that I would wear, they're not the most comfortable, and Resorts World typically means a lot of walking. And especially because I'm not gonna be drinking, so I'm gonna drive myself, save money on Uber, hey, hey. The self-parking situation at Resorts World is a nightmare. So that's no fun. So I don't really wanna wear those shoes, which means I don't know what I'm wearing. Filming a trying new makeup with some of the products that I got in PR when I was on my San Diego vacation. So that video will definitely already be up by the time this vlog is going live if you want to see it. Sometimes I get a little anxious trying new makeup before I'm going out and doing something, but you know, we're hoping for the best. And I do still want to make some food before I go. I did that the other night when I had an event, so I wouldn't be so tempted by food. This one's going to be a little bit harder because it is a sit-down dinner also. And I was going to like talk to the waiter and see if there's anything that like I can order and that sort of thing. Even more, I really didn't mind the avocado ice cream. Once I put the strawberries in it too, I was like, okay. Kind of just eat it like, taste it and eat it. Who? I just taste it like I was eating like a frozen chocolate covered strawberries, which happens to be a favorite of mine, so it's all good. I just finished filming. I turned my curling iron on so I can touch up my curls, but it is almost 6 o'clock, so I need to leave in about half hour, so I'm kind of running low on time. But I wanted to at least make something to get it in my stomach, so I'm gonna make some sweet potatoes in the air fryer. So I'm first just washing my sweet potato, and I have a recipe of this on my TikTok as well. It was my first time I tried sweet potatoes, and I was actually really impressed. I just cut it up into little pieces, and then I added olive oil, cinnamon, and some salt, mixed it all together, and threw it in the air fryer for a few minutes. And I thought it turned out really good. So that is what I'm gonna do now, and they're pretty filling, so at least it'll help me a little bit. Cut like this first. Ooh, and again, I'm gonna make them smaller pieces. They cook a little faster, and I like them. I just feel like I like everything a little crispy. To a bowl like this, and then again, a little bit of olive oil, cinnamon. Like I said, a lot of cinnamon recipes for sure. So nice helping of cinnamon, and then some salt. I just kind of mix that with my hands, trying to make sure each one has a little bit of something on it. And these were really good. I had them before I went to the event on Tuesday, and then even when I got home, I had some left in my bowl, and I just grabbed them and ate them at the end of the night, and I thought they were really good. It looks like so. I'm just gonna add it to the air fryer. I think I said like 8 to 10 minutes at 400. I had to rewatch my own TikTok, so I couldn't remember what I said. I uncurled my hair. I was just kind of touching up some curls, so I didn't do all of it. Still need to brush it and add product to it, but got my sweet potatoes. I actually really like these. Like, these are definitely going to be a go-to of mine, which I'm so excited about. I never tried sweet potatoes before this week. I think they're good. I said in my TikTok that I thought they reminded me of like funnel cake. And I think it's like they have such a light, kind of like a fluffy texture. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Like, it doesn't have like the powdered sugar taste or anything. But the cinnamon, like the cinnamon is so good. I'm not mad at these. These are a really nice treat. And when I think of potato, even though it says sweet potato, I still think of like a potato. If you haven't tried these, I would just give them a try. I'm a former really picky eater. Really picky. I used to only eat chicken strips. Like we would go out to eat and people would be like, Sam's getting chicken strips. I'm like, yes, I have the palate of a 10-year-old. I have evolved, which is great. But doing something that really focuses on adding more vegetables into my diet, I'm thrilled with, because I've always wanted to like vegetables. I just never have. And I just feel like a whole new world's opening up. So I'm gonna eat some of these at 6:20, so I really gotta go. Then I thought about doing an outfit change, but I was like, Samantha, you're fine. You just gotta get going, especially because the weather is turning really bad. I guess there's been a lot of lightning, and I'm just for sure it's gonna rain as I'm on the freeway, which is gonna be great. I'm gonna be off in a second. You wanna say bye? Oh, you're mad at Mom. I know you're mad at Mom.
Alright, I made it. Outfit, heels, now I'm just on the truck. Resorts World, luckily it's not raining too heavily, but still. But I'm excited to meet everybody, so let's take you inside. Alright, so we have made it with Vegas Girls Night. I'm so happy to be here. We are at Viva in Resorts World. I'm drinking my water. Good girl. Check me out. Everyone's having their nice margaritas, nice drinks at the speakeasy. But here's all the We are getting ready to head into Zoop, the nightclub at Resorts World. We're all here. We're all having a great time. Having a great time. We're heading into the nightclub. We just got done at Gxve's. All of this is in Resorts World. We have not left the resort. So we just went to Gxve's, which is a really cute place as well. Had some, well, everyone else enjoyed some fun drinks. I watched, I drank my water, it's all good. I took some photos with the drinks, but that's all. And now we're gonna go into the nightclub. I'm probably just gonna hang out for just a little bit because I'm getting pretty tired. So yeah, I'll take you back. Alright, we have made it to the end of the night. That was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of my night out in Vegas. So I was going out with Vegas Girls Night Out is why we were getting together. The woman who runs it, her name is Bree, and she puts together like packages, like if you're coming to Vegas, like for like a bachelorette, a birthday, just a fun trip, whatever it may be. She can handle booking like hotels and clubs and restaurants and shows and all these things. So she has all these different packages. So we were going to see like what this particular package looked like with Resorts World. So we did a speakeasy bar, which was super cool, that like you don't know where, like it just looks like a regular wall and you just push the door, and a little speakeasy called Here Kitty Kitty. I'm just gonna start taking off my makeup. I'm using the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. The worst part about going to clubs, the stamps on your hands that you need to remove. So we did Here Kitty Kitty, and then we went to Viva for dinner. Ate, you know, a little bit beforehand, but I had also looked at the menu and they had very clearly marked vegan and vegetarian options and that sort of thing. And when the waitress came by and she said, is there any dietary restrictions? Everyone points at me. And she came down and I was clear to say it's not an allergy. Because I know sometimes with allergies, they have to like cook food in different spots. I was like, it's not an allergy. I'm just cutting out these things right now. And she went through the menu with me and I just thought that was so helpful. So for my first course, I had the ceviche. And then for the second, I had, it was tacos, but I'm not necessarily off gluten. My doctor, like my sensitivity test did not come back that I was sensitive to gluten at all. Like it wasn't even moderate. So my doctor wasn't overly concerned about gluten, but again, just like trying to make like healthier choices throughout these next couple weeks. If I can stay away, cool. So I just ended up eating the cauliflower out of the tacos. So it was cauliflower with a dairy-free, it was a cashew
cream on. And then it also had pineapple in there. So I just ate some of that, and it was so, like, it just was really nice. I was really grateful for the waitress for being so helpful. I thought that was amazing. So we did that, and then we went over to Gxve, which is a really fun place. I've been to that bar a couple times in Resorts World. It's just a fun vibe. They have a DJ. They came out with these really cute drinks. One is like a bathtub looking drink with little rubber duckies in it. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. The DJ was really good. And then we headed off to the nightclub, which is Zook. And they were actually doing a night swim for Gxve, where I'm going to use the resurfacing pads from Elemis as well. I'm just gonna sweep this over my face. But they had a really nice cabana for us set up at Zook. It had a little day bed, and then it had like an inside area with misters going. The misters were really nice because it was so warm. So it would have been super fun to stay, but basically all of us were there to kind of work and meet each other, and I don't think anyone really wanted to stay out super late or party super hard or anything like that. Like, I gotta get Aries to daycare tomorrow. I need to edit the video that I filmed today, all that sort of stuff. So got a lot to do tomorrow as well. So I stayed out a little bit later than I thought that I was going to, but it was just so nice talking to people and meeting people here. And it's fun because we all kind of do similar things, but we do them in like different ways, or we have like different niches. I don't know, it was really cool, and everyone's so nice and supportive, and we were just helping each other like film our content and everything and take photos. It was just such a really, really nice experience. I'm super grateful that I was able to go and just meet some people and have some fun. I am pretty tired though. Aries is already laying in bed. Can you see her?
Queen, you mad? You mad at Mom? Oh no.
Aries is already laying in bed. She's mad at me because I stayed out later than I told her I was going to. But it was a fun night. It was definitely worth it. And stay tuned because I'm actually working with Vegas Girls Night Out on a little something that I'm very excited about. So stay tuned for that. For everyone who messages me and tells me that you're coming to Vegas and that you want to meet up, I'm going to try to work something out for that reason. So really glad that I was able to do it. I hope you enjoyed seeing a day in my life, a little bit about how I'm tackling the elimination diet. You can still go out on the elimination diet and seeing a little bit of Vegas. Thank you so much to Elemis for sponsoring this video. I'm going to jump into my marine cream actually here and then head to bed. Everything from Elemis will be linked down below. Thank you to them for sponsoring. Thank you guys so much for giving me these opportunities. And I'm just going to bed so grateful. So grateful. It was a really good day. I'm feeling in really positive spirits right now. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give this one a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you in my next video.